Hashtag first world problems. Do I hot glue my LED strips to this giant blanket? So I've got a pretty serious problem. I had huge plans to shoot a video today, and I woke up and shot the intro for that video, and it was not right. I'm gonna play a clip of that intro and see if you can tell what's wrong. These are really heavy. It sounds terrible, right? Well, I shot it on my iPhone, and I don't always shoot my videos on my iPhone, but if I have to, if I need to go be incognito, my iPhone's usually good enough both in terms of audio and video that I can get away with it, right? But for some reason, today, all of a sudden, magically, even though I shoot with this thing every day, the audio quality on my phone has went to crap. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do because I can't take this big Sony camcorder with me to thrift stores and do everything I need to do for this video. So we've got to come up with a solution. And I think the solution might just be... I didn't have to see the course. Awesome, appreciate it. It's beautiful. All right, so you have to believe me. I did not plan on leaving the house and going and getting a brand new GoPro today, but I have to have something small to shoot with, and this was most certainly cheaper than a brand new iPhone. So I think I made the right choice. Either way, let's go open it up and see if I did. You know, I've kind of found that the only way that I can really keep up with buying all the newest, latest, greatest gear is to constantly resell this stuff. So I have taken to keeping all the boxes for every piece of gear that I buy, and all the accessories and everything that comes with it, even the receipts. And that goes a long way for resale value. So we're going to gently open this and try to keep it all intact so that maybe it'll be easier to resell it in the future. I actually was about to rip this thing open in the car, and I just couldn't get this open, and I was like, okay, before I just rip this open, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. So it turns out there's a little pull tab. And I still think I'm gonna rip it. Oh, I ruined everything. It's still ripping. What? I mean, well, I'll try the other side here. Come on, nope. It's gonna be ugly either way. All right, that's good enough. All right. This is not an unboxing video, by the way. This is just a video in which I happen to be unboxing a brand new GoPro. Oh, so nice. All right, I guess that's stuck to there. The extras are probably in here. I haven't bought a brand new GoPro. Well, I bought the last new GoPro. I didn't use it much. The GoPro 6, I had to take it back because it shot with a video codec that all editing softwares were not, at the time of release, able to edit. And it was for a project, something I had to do, so I had to take it back and just use my old GoPros. Shouldn't be an issue now. This is lovely. Don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. There we go. There she is, in all her glory. Look at this stock turtle screen. It does not come with any juice in the box. I can't get the power on. It's kind of disappointing. I feel like most stuff I buy, at least I can try it out for a minute. It's all right, let's go plug it up. So here's how big of a dummy I am. I got it open and I thought, all right, let's try it out right now. Instant gratification. It didn't come on. Turns out it doesn't come with the battery in it. It comes with the battery wrapped separately. Now, let's see if this has got some juice on it. I don't know how to put it in. Okay. All right, here's the moment of truth. You look at this side. Where's the power button? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How does it look? Is it smooth? Is it smooth like advertised? It looks smooth. It looks smooth on the screen. It wants some setup. All right, English. Check. Legal stuff. By using GoPro, I agree to the terms of service. By using the GoPro, I agree to the terms of use available at GoPro.com. Sure, you can have my soul. All right, the rest of this is going to be shot on the GoPro now.
Were you saying that to me or were you saying that to the camera?
I was talking to the camera.
You're talking to the world?
Yeah, but thanks for interrupting.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so the rest of this vlog is definitely going to be shot on the GoPro. We're going to test it out. We're going to be in the dark. We're going to put the light in the background. Right now we got to go to Walmart because this big wall right here is going to be our photo backdrop for taking photos of all of our thrifted items that we have for sale. It's one of the most important things on our list of things to do. We've been talking about getting around to it, and we're going to finally go do that right now. And we literally just decided about 10 minutes ago exactly what we were going to buy to do that. And we're pretty sure it's going to work. And we're pretty sure it's going to be dope. But we're afraid it's going to be a little expensive.
A lot expensive.
Let's go to Walmart. Actually, it sounds funny. Our expensive photo backdrop is going to be expensive. Let's go to Walmart.
No.
Get back. Come here. You devil cat.
Pink is coming with us.
Go, 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 go. Go quickly. Go, get back. Get back. Get back. That cat wishes we were dead. I have no idea how this camera's gonna be low light. Does it look all right? Does it? It's probably a little grainy. I mean, it's a GoPro. It's not my Sony A7R.
I'm not a model.
All right, we are at Walmart, and we're gonna pick up some LED lights. We're gonna make our photo background out of LED lights. It's a little bit unconventional. We might get it all done and look terrible and have wasted 50, 60 bucks, but hey, we're trying here. It's locked. Most of the time here in Phoenix, even this late at night, it would be 80 degrees, 90 degrees, but it's winter time, so it's a brisk, what, 60?
50.
It's like 65.
It's gotta be 50.
65.
So cold.
It gets below 80. Hannah puts her jacket on. Here they are. But they're out of the ones that we came for. So we're gonna have to go to a completely different Walmart. We were actually afraid of them being out of those. We literally said to each other before we left the house, should we go to this Walmart or go to that Walmart? And we said going to this one would be a gamble because we know we saw them at the other Walmart just the other day. And sure enough, there's none here. Well, at least we live in a city that has 10 Walmarts. All right, this is Walmart number 2. And I'm still not terribly confident that we're going to get what we're looking for. The problem is not only are they going to be in stock, but the problem is that multiple Walmarts that we've been to in the past when we bought these LED lights that we're looking for, there's 2 different kinds. And one of them is cheap and almost breaks immediately. I've broken 3 of them, whereas the other brand, I've bought 20 or so of them in the past and had 0 problems out of them even after several months of use. Ta-da! That is what we're looking for, and they are full stock, and they're about 70 cents cheaper than the last ones that I bought. So, how many are you gonna get?
All of them. Oh look, they're out of stock.
We're so extra, we legit just bought all of them.
I wish they had 2 more.
Yeah, we'll just buy some more at another Walmart later. We figured we were going to end up needing 10 of them. We might just buy a few less to stay a little cheaper right now, but since they had exactly 10, we'll just get them all and not mess with them later. I am absolutely stoked. I was certain we were going to have to go to 2 or 3 Walmarts, but we got it all on our second try, so let's go home and hang them up. Our original idea for this photo background was to just use this canvas drop cloth that we got from Harbor Freight for like 15 bucks. We thought we might paint it, splash paint it. I don't know, we were gonna do something, and this was just gonna be better than that full white wall behind us. And we got to thinking about the LED idea, and then we realized that we had to go with that. And so now the problem that I have is those LEDs preferably need to be on a black background. But I'm gonna go ahead and put them on this, attach them to this, hang it on the wall, do some tests, see how it looks. And if it's too much, we'll probably just take the LEDs back off and either paint this or find a better black backdrop. So that's what I'm gonna do now, is try to get this thing on the wall. Rip Anakin. Thinking I might actually just tape this to the wall momentarily to see how it fits and to see where the holes need to be drilled. Haven't really thought this all the way through. You leave for 2 seconds and this is what happens. Vance! Get it. Get her.
No.
She was playing there for a second. Go over here. Which way's long ways? That's long ways, right?
Yeah.
It's almost square. All right, go into the corner with it. I think it's gonna be about it, right? Mm-hmm. I'll probably drill a hole here first. The real question is if I have any good, strong drill bits to drill through this concrete. I hate having an apartment with concrete walls because, and I'm just kind of gonna drill a hole about where I think. All right, let's just do here. I can barely reach.
I tried that once and I drilled for like 3 hours and didn't even get like a centimeter in.
Well, that's because you didn't have the right kind of drill bit. Some drill bits aren't quite aggressive enough for it. You're not tall enough to hold it while I screw it. I'm not really sure. Actually, you know what? I've got a pretty good idea. Bueno. All right.
Yes.
Should we go halfway? Yeah, I think we should go halfway, pull it. I think that's gonna hold really well.
Looks good.
Where is that cat? Our cat keeps crawling on top of stuff and making noises. So I have 10 strips of RGB LED, and I'm not exactly sure how long each one is. I think it's pretty close to 6 feet. These are the cheaper ones, so it actually doesn't say on the box. It just says will fit up to a 65-inch screen. That does not help me. But some of the other more expensive ones were about 6.5 feet, so I'll measure these in a second and find out. But the real question is what arrangement am I gonna put them in on this wall behind me? I'm thinking I'm just gonna do 5 vertical and 5 horizontal and kind of measure it out and figure out the spacing of that. But I don't know. We're just gonna have to throw a few up and see how it goes. And I might even have to get my camera out and take a few pictures with a subject in front of them just to see what kind of background foreground ratio distance I can get going on. Because mind you, this is my living room. This is my living room workshop. And I can't necessarily get as far away or as close sometimes as I'd like to because of the limited space. But have no worry, we're gonna figure it out. All right, let's see how long these are. We're at 41 inches. We are at 71 inches. Try not to break the first one. The lights reach to about 77 inches, so it's 6'5", 6.5 feet, exactly what we thought. It's so funny they don't put that on the box. So the problem I'm having now is, do I do power source at the top or power source at the bottom? I think conventional wisdom would say do power source at the bottom because the wall outlet's right down there, but part of me just keeps thinking that it's gonna be held on by the power supply anyways, and so it might be better to actually run the power supply to the top so that the gravity holds on to most of it anyways. I just don't know. I've got a lot of tough decisions to make. So a quick tip, if you ever choose to use these cheaper LED strips, the 4-pin connectors that come with them to hold them together, they never stay on. Gravity will bring them right off. So I tend to wrap them with a little bit of gaff tape. Problem is, I have no idea where my gaff tape is. Oh look, there's some green duct tape. We'll go with that. Also, those 4-pin connectors will go in both ways, so you definitely want to test them plugged up before you tape them up because you'll spend a lot of time switching them back around. Found that out the hard way. Yeah, you see that? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking, now, I haven't decided, I'm thinking about hot gluing these onto this cloth. Being as I'm gonna end up having to paint it, that may not be the best idea, but you know, hot glue is pretty easy to remove, so we'll talk about it. So I have 2 LEDs strung up, and before I get to attaching them permanently, I figured I should grab my camera, take a couple photos with Hannah in front of them, and make sure that I'm gonna be able to get the kind of photo that I've been picturing in my head. But my camera, my A7R Mark II, is currently configured for video, so I'm gonna take it out of its cage, and then we should be good to go. One down. It is never easy to get it out of this cage. Oh, Yeah, there's 4 screws holding this thing into place so that while it's in its cage, it doesn't wiggle around. The worst thing you can do when shooting cinematic footage is let that camera wiggle. Okay, it's not the worst thing you can do, but it sucks. And those of you who have rigged cameras extensively will know what I mean. Do not drop it. All right, I think those gotta come loose. I gotta get an Allen wrench. So what, 4 tripod screws, 2 Allen head screws. I mean, it's good because it works well, but taking it in and out of these things is the worst. See, this is one of those things that if I were rich, this is the kind of problem I could solve easily. I could just have 2 cameras, one in a cage, one not. Let's put the lids back on before I do something stupid. All right, so much smaller now, look at that. It just fits in the palm of my hand. You know what I did forget about though is freaking batteries. And I don't know where the batteries are because I never really used that camera for photography. I only almost exclusively use it for video. So I'm gonna have to go dig those batteries out and get them plugged up. Charger is found with 3 batteries. Could have sworn I had 2, but somehow I magically acquired a 3rd. Bonus. We're trying to decide if we should wait to paint it before we put all those up, and I'm gonna go with no for now. I think we should just get it up. I'll lightly tack it all down with some real low-grade hot glue, the cheap Walmart stuff. That'll basically peel right off. We'll take a few real photos. We'll hit it with some contrast. We'll see what it looks like. Oh no. She hates being held. Look at the camera. Look at you. She's not into this at all. All right. This is one of the best tools I ever bought. It is a battery-powered hot glue gun. It doesn't get extremely hot, so it's not as good as the best hot glue gun, but for being wireless, it's pretty legit. So we're gonna make a grid of 5 by 5, and so we're gonna put them all a foot apart. We'll see how that goes. And we very well may take pictures after that and go, this just doesn't work right spatially. We have to redo it, but right now that's the best we got. Kind of run your hand down that and pull it tight without putting too much pressure on the top. So you're gonna notice there's a party going on behind me. I've got it on fast blink because for some reason, no matter what I do, whenever I make it just pulse between colors, it always seems to get kind of synced up, and they're always kind of blue-green, or they don't look random enough. So I think with it flashing like this, because we're doing still photography, it'll be all right. So Hannah, you stand about there. I'm gonna snap a couple. So this is day 2 of the photo backdrop project, and turned out all right. Here are a few photos. They look good. I am happy with them, but they took a little extra work because the whiteness of the backdrop shows through too much. It bleeds through, so I'm gonna go get some paint, and I'm gonna try to paint this thing. Not looking forward to it. There's a lot of reasons why painting the backdrop would be a nightmare. And I laid in bed last night thinking about that really hard, but I figured it'd just be the cheapest method. But I stopped for breakfast on the way to Home Depot, thought about it a lot, and I got on Amazon and looked, and photo backdrops are about as cheap as a can of paint anyways. And it'll be a lot less work just to get that thing hung up. So I ordered one same day, which is awesome. One of the best benefits of being in a large city like this is I can same day stuff from Amazon all the time. So I've still got some other stuff to get done before that gets here. It'll probably be here around 6 o'clock tonight. So I'm gonna go to the Goodwill and see if I can't find some cheaper phone chargers so I don't have to go pay full price for 10 more phone charging dongles. What do you call it? Dongle? I call it a peanut, but people seem to laugh at that. But I need a bunch of those, and this special Goodwill that I go to, they often have them come through. So I'm gonna go there, see if I can at least get a few, make it a little bit cheaper on me, and try not to spend all the money. So before I go inside this Goodwill, I want to explain it to you, to explain why it's a little bit different than regular Goodwills, and also explain why I go here so much. Because if you've watched other vlogs of mine, you'll definitely see that I come here a lot. It is a Goodwill outlet. It's a regional outlet where a lot of other local Goodwills send their leftover stuff or their stuff that is like overstocked that they didn't have time to go through. So this place just wheels out on the hour, every hour, tons and tons of new stuff in these giant bins, and people go through it and they take what they want and pay for it by weight. Nothing has price tags, it's all by weight. And so it's actually a huge part of my daily routine to come here. We make a large part of our living selling clothes, so I definitely go through the clothes every day. And then I also stock up materials for my workshop, and this is basically how I source almost every YouTube video we make. If it's computer related, I find computer parts here. If it is building related, I find the raw materials here. So this place, I am here daily, and I usually leave with a bag full of what looks like junk, but it make no mistake, it's raw materials for builds, for future projects, etc., etc. So let's go check it out. So I have been in the Goodwill for about an hour and a half, and I haven't found any of the power dongles that I need, but I have found an entire bag of goodies. But I'm gonna go get lunch now and come back, probably spend a little more time here. I'm covered in mustard. So I'm going in for round 2. Normally I'd leave after a couple rounds at this place, but I just came looking for power supplies for those LED strips and have not found any. It really shouldn't be hard to find though, because those strips are really versatile and they'll take just about anything. So I'll probably spend another hour here and see if I can find something. Dongle. Weird. So that is RIP on the Goodwill. I left with 2 dongles. So that's really more than I expected. I didn't expect to find any because I never actually find what I'm looking for at this Goodwill on the day of. It's usually a couple weeks later, but RIP town. All right, so I'm gonna do a mini thrift haul, show you what I got today, and then we'll get back to work. A lot of noise there. RIP, somebody dropped something. This is my 3rd string of TARDIS lights. I can actually probably almost make it all the way around my room with these now. They only sell them in this length, so if you want to do a whole room, you got about like 20 of them. Luckily, I've found several of them here. The next thing I got is this small portable printer. You actually connect to it with your phone and print stuff off, so we'll be able to print labels on the go better. Next up is a Game Boy Advance bag. I actually collect this stuff. I'm working on putting together a game room. Not 1, but 4 disc golf discs. Add those to the collection. Lastly, a nice vintage jacket. I'm not even gonna act like I put it on. It is very small, but it is vintage. It's dope. It looks like it's a Tommy Hilfiger wannabe. If you're into that kind of thing, check the links below for our Depop pages. We sell vintage clothes on the regular. That's what this is all about. I'm actually out now looking for the electronics to power our LED wall so we can take better photos of our stock, get them sold better. Gosh, what else did I buy? I'm gonna go ahead and chalk this one up as find of the day. It is a whole page of Pokemon cards. Oh look, there's 2 holographics. This place has really raised my Pokemon collecting clout. Okay. So I had a first today. I was trying to rush home before my package that we talked about earlier got here. And on the way home, I got a message from I got a text message from the Amazon delivery guy. Now they've called me plenty of times to ask where to put stuff, whatever. But I've never got a text message from the Amazon delivery guy. This box really seems like overkill. Could have folded that bad boy in half. Okay. So, should have done this yesterday. Should have got a black cloth. I knew better. I knew the white was going to cause problems. Honestly, it wouldn't cause too many problems if we could just get further away from it, but the light from our lighting setup is bleeding back to the background. Let's check this bad boy out. Ooh, ooh, wow, soft. Lovely. All right, it's time to take all of the lighting down. Is it gonna be hard? Ooh, some of them, that was a little difficult. Ooh, the plastic's hard. Okay. Okay, I see. Hot glue holds the world together. F duct tape, that's what I always say. Start top down on these. Just come off, just, whew, makes me nervous. I don't wanna go spend another 50, 60 bucks on LED lights. If I get all these hung back up and they all work, I'm gonna get naked. The next bit is getting this beautiful new backdrop hung up. And I have not at all decided how to do it. I think I'm gonna take a bunch of straight pins and just pin it to the top. Just like the ones we know. Sing songs, something, something, singing. This is not the best idea I've ever had. Should probably take the shoes off for this one. Wouldn't that have been hilarious if I just kicked it straight at the camera? I also really haven't decided how I'm going to attach the lights back to this black cloth. This is only like a $17 cloth, so I don't think I'll feel too bad just hot gluing it as well. We'll see though. If I were in a studio, this was a more permanent setup that was gonna stay for super long term, I would definitely be doing something a lot different, but this needs to be taken down at a moment's notice. You name it, I'd do it here at this workshop. So I could be woodworking at any moment and need to take that down as to not cover it with dust, et cetera, et cetera. So for now, we're going with the butterfly clips. I'll tell you what's pretty funny. These butterfly clips, just to bring this whole thing full circle, I've got a whole cup full of them. Every last one of these came from that Goodwill you saw today. Every last one of them. I don't buy these new. I just pick them up and put them in my pocket when I find them in the bins at that Goodwill. True story. Hey, don't at me. Oh. So it's stretching way too far over that way. So I think I'm just gonna start with that end and rejigger it that way. I'm a simple man. Hey, don't at me. We'll fix this problem. Oh, we'll fix it. Oh, mama. Don't at me. See how quickly I fixed the problem? I couldn't be more dumb. Extra amount of dumb. All right, last one. Last butterfly clip. Is that what these, I dropped the last butterfly clip. Is that what these are called? I don't know, I don't buy them new in stores, so I don't get to read the box. Swipe them from the Goodwill. So I think they're called butterfly clips. Okay, let's pull it tight. Put away the excess before we get too serious about this. I don't think those lines will matter. If it does, we have a portable steamer. Also solicited from that same Goodwill. You're gonna hear that a lot on this vlog. Everything I have, everything in this room, almost. I mean, a good portion of it anyways. Almost all the carts, all of the carts that my tools are on, Goodwill. And I mean, most of the tools themselves. Some of them are new, some of them are Goodwill. If I need a tool super urgently, I go buy it new. If it's like, I need to get a new drill press or something, I'll wait a few months or weeks and I'll find one. I really do just feel like a crazy person talking to myself. I don't want to hot glue those lights to that cloth. Because if I ever just want to use this as a normal photo cloth, hot glue is definitely not gonna ever entirely come off. But like I said, $20 cloth, I'm sure I could just buy another one if I need it. Hashtag first world problems. Do I hot glue my LED strips to this giant blanket? Guess the answer is yes. We're just gonna do it. I'm gonna have to psych myself up to put a glue on this. BRB. Don't hot glue yourself. Don't hot glue yourself. Looking better already. Cat, you better get away.
This is Bizarro World.
Oh, that's why, because
the
the glue's not hot. I turned the hot, well, we gotta wait for the glue to heat up again. All right, everybody, that is our DIY-RGB-LED photo backdrop. If anybody watches this and is inspired to do some version of this themselves, please hit us with some links, let us see it. In the meantime, we are going to send you out with some photos that we have taken in front of this backdrop. Stick around for them, hit that subscribe button, come and hang out with us next time. Peace.
Hey, I'm a shark with a top hat, and I think you should subscribe. Go ahead, hit the button. I'll wait.